If you are watching this in 2024 and you are having a hard time deciding who to vote for president, let me ask you a few questions. Which candidate has won more WrestleMania events? Which candidate beat the evil Mr. McMahon and shaved his head? And which candidate took a stunner for America? The answer to all of those questions is the one and only Donald J. Trump. After seeing the immortal Hulk Hogan give that promo against all those dumb liberals at the RNC, enough was enough! I thought it would be an appropriate time to educate the people at Donald Trump's historic match at WrestleMania 23. So sit back, relax, put those feet up, and let me tell you about the one time Donald Trump was a WWE wrestler. Before we dive into this insane match and the lead up to it, I need to start from the beginning. You know, provide some context. Unlike the fake news who doesn't provide any context. Sorry, that's gonna happen a lot. On a January 8th episode of Monday Night Raw in 2007, Vince McMahon came out and announced a match. You're not gonna believe who's in this match.
Here in all her lesbianic fury, Rosie O'Donnell! Lesbianic fury.
You see, this is the ruthless aggression era of WWE, which means Vince McMahon is in complete control of professional wrestling.
Here is the Donald Trump!
And you see, he is a crazy son of a bitch, and he will put anything on TV for his own self-pleasure. So this match between fake Rosie O'Donnell and fake Donald Trump lasted an entire 10 minutes, which is 10 minutes way too long. It ended with Donald Trump taking a big piece of cake, smacking it across the face of Rosie O'Donnell, then going to the top ropes and hitting his famous hair butt.
The hair butt!
Like I said, WWE was wild back then. You'd be surprised what they got away with. And the reason I bring this up, not only is it a crazy thing to happen on television, but this match invoked Donald Trump to come out weeks later and confront Vince McMahon.
I'm here to challenge you to a match in WrestleMania. What?
Whoa, I know Vince is definitely not on roids, but he wants to go up against Donald Trump? You're talking about the 6'3", 250-pound, verbal smack doctor, two-time club golf champion, Donald Trump? Yeah, good luck with that one, buddy.
Well, she couldn't do it.
Why don't I find a hand-picked competitor to represent me? You find someone to represent you.
Donald Trump is looking to put something on the line to raise the stakes, but of course it's not going to be money because he already has so much.
If you lose, I get to
shave your head.
Oh! If I lose,
you get to shave my head.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said Donald Trump's hair wasn't iconic at all. I mean, come on, look at that yellow wave mixed with that orange face. It's fucking gorgeous. But what really invoked Trump to come out here and demand this match against Vince McMahon? What's his reasoning?
I saw 3 weeks ago you put on a match, and I was angry at you because the wrestler that portrayed Rosie O'Donnell
was too good looking, much better looking than Rosie is in life.
God, that beef really does cut deep, doesn't it?
We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out.
This match was quickly coming together, and it was going to happen at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 23. But a few weeks before their match, they decided to all come together for a contract signing, and it would happen at Monday Night Raw in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Which is also known as the swamp. We're gonna drain that swamp. We're gonna dig everyone out of it and drain it. Sorry, it just happens. Vince makes his entrance first in this contract signing segment, and he slips a little bit on the ring. He slips much like he slipped out the N-word on national television.
Keep it up, I'm a nigga.
God, there's just endless clips I can bring up, and it will shock you even more.
If you're not Caucasian, then leave. Mark Henry. I am no pervert.
Now Vince is out here by himself telling the crowd they're stupid and they're dumb, and he wants to introduce to them his representative. And his representative is the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. With Vince McMahon's team in the ring, he decides to call out Donald Trump personally. He calls him scared, he calls him a loser, he says his grapefruits are small. But much like Donald Trump is today, he is not backing down from a confrontation. And when he comes out, I'll just say this, he comes out in style. His theme music, 10 out of 10. He walks out with two beautiful WWE divas at the time, and if you look closely at his Titantron, you can see it's just showing business pictures of him and how successful he is. You put all of those things together, and it makes for a spectacular entrance and very fitting for the man. Trump leaves his ladies to the side like a gentleman, and he gets into the ring to announce his representative for the match. Bobby fucking Lashley. Current ECW champion at the time, and just look at this guy. His muscles have muscles on their muscles. Plus, I mean, he's also got the pyrotechnics in his entrance, which looks pretty cool.
We love Bobby. Do we love Bobby?
Vince and Trump eventually sit down to sign this contract, but they are still going at each other. Sounds kind of oddly familiar to modern day politics now. But let me tell you, the next part should be implemented in all political debates. I'm just saying, I think every debate needs the glass to shatter and have Stone Cold come running down to moderate a debate.
Now, please welcome.
I forgot to mention that he will also be special guest refereeing this match at WrestleMania 23. Now, nearing the end and after some semantics, we are left with just Donald Trump and Vince McMahon in the ring. It looks like we don't have to wait till WrestleMania 23 to see these two go at each other. We're going to see it right now. I mean, what did you expect from a guy that's billed at 6'3", 250 pounds of pure patriotism? This segment is just the spark of what could be the most iconic WrestleMania match ever. Forget the Undertaker matches, forget the John Cena entrances, forget the Hulk Hogan slams. None of these compared to the Battle of the Billionaires hair versus hair match. It was a crisp Sunday afternoon, April 1st, 2007 in Detroit, Michigan. Fans eagerly waiting to enter the stadium to see some of their favorite wrestlers. And I mean, if you look at the wrestlers that were competing in this year's WrestleMania, it's a Hall of Fame class. John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Batista, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Booker T, MVP, and Chris Benoit. Just cut that last part. A few matches into the show, we finally get to the main event. Well, main event in my eyes. And the first to make their entrance, a barbershop chair. I wish I was kidding on this. And then, oh boy, you thought his first entrance at the contract signing was incredible. But this is the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. So he's got to go bigger. He's got to go harder. He's got to go stronger. Be better than before. Donald Trump comes down the ramp to his iconic music, and he's accompanied by a Miss USA pageant winner. Not only that, but they cut to all these other Miss USA winners, and they're cheering him on. And to top it all off, there is money coming down from the ceiling, and it is $100 bills. But after all the smoke clears and everything is settled, we are finally going to see this match happen. 2 billionaires enter, 1 Vince falls. Throughout this match, Stone Cold, as a special guest referee, makes some very interesting decisions. And all those decisions boil up in one competitor, and he eventually lashes out.
They're gonna try to get them out.
I mean, that's just classic wrestling right there. But with Stone Cold out and no other referee coming down, who better to fill in that spot than Vince McMahon's own son, Shane McMahon? Clearly, there's not going to be any bias here, right?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Going coast to coast.
The match is looking over at this point, but just at the last second, Stone Cold pulls Shane out of the ring and slams him into the steps. But unfortunately, when he gets back in the ring, he catches a right hand from Umaga. Everyone's down. Everyone's confused. And it looks like there's only one card to play. A trump card, if you will.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
This moment right here is probably the most iconic and incredible moment to come out of this match. And Trump may have not known it at the time, but this moment alone probably won him the 2016 election. Anyways, Trump beats down Vince, Bobby spears Umaga, goes for the pin, 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley wins it for Trump. Wait a minute, a Bobby helps Trump win an event? Is this some sort of foreshadowing we're seeing here? But Trump won, which means it's time to shave Vince's head bald. Stunned and strapped to the chair, the Don and Bobby do the unthinkable and shave the hair of Vince McMahon. The match is won, and we finally get a celebration. Just a couple of bros having a few brewskis out in the ring. Folks, he takes bullets for us, and he takes stunners for us. What more can we ask of a man? I think this match is very historic and should be put into our history books. And also, it makes this image even more interesting. You see, all the McMahons visited Donald Trump while he was in office, and they took this photo. The interesting about this photo is that 46% of the people got stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon. Donald Trump. Triple H. Stephanie McMahon. Shane McMahon. And of course, Linda McMahon. If you're a keen eye there, you will notice that those last 3 stunners came from one segment on Monday Night Raw. The Battle of the Billionaires holds a very special place in my heart because WrestleMania 23 was one of the first pay-per-views I ever saw. I remember vividly watching this match, and back then, I really didn't understand that wrestling was, we'll say predetermined.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Man, just to be put back in that childlike wonder again and have no worries in the world and not think about how everything is chaotic and probably going to burn. So when you go into the voting booths this election, just think about this. Which candidate has relied on Bobbies to help them win? Which candidate has taken a stunner or a bullet for us? And which candidate is willing to take action and clothesline the evil people because they are a bunch of jerks? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, give it a like. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this billionaire versus billionaire, hair versus hair match. Also, if you enjoyed content like this and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.